Welcome! This is how I made a retro gaming console. Do note, this is not a guide, just a documentation of what I did. So I found 3 mini PCs for cheap on eBay, each less than $100, with the specs listed in the description. The first one was a Lenovo, while the other two were made by Chuwi. One of the Chuwi PCs only had 8 gigabytes of RAM, so I upgraded it to 16 gigabytes DDR3 so that all of the mini PCs would have roughly the same specs. The idea was to make a machine that would successfully emulate consoles from Gen 1 to Gen 6, including the handhelds. I wanted to install BATOCERA, a Linux distribution focused on game console emulation onto each mini PC. To achieve this goal, I used a USB stick with a live version of Ubuntu to work with, so that I could write terminal commands, and I can check the file systems, and I could transfer some of my game files directly. I also had a microSD card with the image of the BATOCERA system on it. First, I booted into the BIOS and made the system boot via the USB stick with Ubuntu. Once in Ubuntu, I ran some terminal commands. These commands are listed in the description with some links if you want to learn more about them. Essentially, I mounted the microSD card with the BATOCERA image and then wrote that to the internal SSD. Once that finished processing, I shut down the computer, removed the microSD and USB sticks, and then turned it on again. The system would then boot into BATOCERA. In the next video, I will be showing you how to install games in 3 different ways.